Liverpool approved record Isak transfer in £165 million double deal with medical being organised, according to reports. Liverpool have approved a £165 million double deal as they look to close the signings of Alexander Isak and another top target. On Tuesday evening, Isak and Newcastle laid their respective cards on the table, with clear statements on this summer's biggest transfer saga. Newcastle's response to Isak's broken promises claim was that they remain firm on their position to keep the Liverpool target and are open to his return to the first team when the time is right. However, Liverpool's interest is not going away, and an update from Fabrizio Romano on Tuesday reiterated that they are very ready to improve their bid for Isak if, when they get the green light from Newcastle. The Reds have already splashed out around £80 million to land Hugo Ekitike, but Isak is widely reported to be their dream target, and they remain interested in the world-class striker, who scored 27 goals in 42 games last season. Liverpool have had a bid worth around £110 plus £10 million. In add-ons, rejected by Newcastle, who are reported to value their prized asset at around £150 million. Now, The Sun are reporting that Liverpool have approved a record transfer for Isak in a £165 million double deal, including Crystal Palace standout Marc Guehi, the Reds are said to have sanctioned a British record £130 million move for Isak next week, and are confident that Newcastle will finally let the want-away striker leave, while they still want Guehi for £35 million. Regarding Arne Slot's stance on Isak and the possibility of a per-text change deal, Slot told the Anfield hierarchy well before the end of last season that he saw Isak as central to the mega-spending masterplan of restructuring the squad that went on to claim the Premier League. With sales expected to have topped £230 million by the end of the transfer window, it is understood a decision has now been made to try to end that Isak saga by paying an extra £20 million. Harvey Elliott, a £40 million target for West Ham, could come into the equation in a part-exchange deal, depending on what choice the attacking midfielder makes. A report from Isak, meanwhile, claims Liverpool are closing in on Guehi, and this deal could be completed as early as this week. The England international is available for a cut-price fee as he is in the final year of his contract, and the report notes that he has already agreed terms with Liverpool. The Reds are now said to be at the final stages of talks over Guehi, and a medical is being organised. Liverpool is now in the final stages, with a medical being organised by the Merseyside Giants. Initially, Crystal Palace tried to hold out for £45 million, but the final price is likely to be closer to a £40 million package. Assuming everything goes smoothly, Guehi could complete his switch to Anfield by the end of the week. Liverpool have less than 2 weeks to wrap up their transfer business as links continue to Alexander Isak and Marc Guehi. Liverpool are ready to bid again for Alexander Isak. It has been claimed by Fabrizio Romano, but only if Newcastle United open doors to a possible exit. Speaking before Isak publicly stated he can't continue at Newcastle, Romano revealed Isak has rejected a club record salary offer from the Magpies as he wants to make the move to Anfield. Newcastle have publicly responded to Isak's comments, in which he accused the club of breaking promises and being misleading. However, the club has conceded that Isak could be sold if the conditions for sale are met. They have insisted they do not see those conditions transpiring this summer. There is still 10 days left in the window, and the Magpies continue to be linked with several strikers with Isak, threatening to never play for the club again. If the Reds get encouragement, they will be very ready with an improved offer. They have already seen a £110 million bid rejected by Newcastle. Fabrizio Romano says Liverpool are ready to bid again for Alexander Isak, speaking on his YouTube channel. Romano said, "What I can tell you guys is that Newcastle got, again, a strong message from the player. Newcastle, these weeks, July, August, always tried to approach Alexander Isak. Always tried to say, 'Are you sure there is not even one single way to continue together?' They even offered him a new contract with a record salary for the club, but also with an exit clause to let the player go in 2026. Alexander Isak, again, is saying no chance. Alexander Isak has no intention to change his mind. Those close to Alexander Isak maintain the same position. Only Liverpool Football Club. Only waiting for the next steps on this story, he continued. Liverpool are ready to bid again for Isak. I keep repeating that since July, and that's my position. Liverpool, if Newcastle will open doors, will be very ready with a new proposal. Forget about Liverpool not bidding. They will be very ready. They are very ready. And this is very clear after almost 10 days since this story is entering its really hot stages. And Liverpool never approached any other striker. Isak scored a stunning goal against Liverpool in a 3-3 draw at St. James Park in December, but missed the reverse game at Anfield as the Reds ran out 2-0 winners. He did feature in the Carabao Cup final and scored what proved to be a decisive second goal for the Magpies ahead of the final. Slot said, "In the last game, Isak wasn't involved. In the first game, he was involved. He is such an important player. For them, he's an unbelievable threat and has the speed." Isak has 4 goals in 6 games against the Reds, but has only been on the winning side once. He only has more goals against West Ham, Nottingham Forest, and Tottenham Hotspur. Since